It works. So as long as it works, I don't care what it is. You're not in pain. You can do whatever you want to do, and it doesn't cost you an arm and a leg to take it.
I don't have any qualms about something from Mexico or Canada that comes into here that says that it's good for arthritis. Most of it is written in Spanish. There's a little tag up here that says no accepted imitations.
For a dietary supplement made in Mexico by a company few have ever heard of, Reumofan has gained a loyal following in the United States as a supposedly all-natural treatment for arthritis and joint pain.
I've overworked both of my shoulders doing body work and mountain climbing, and it got so bad that I was considering having surgery to replace my shoulders.
Before I started taking Reumofan, I couldn't stand up and walk immediately. Climbing stairs, one stair at a time. It's the only way I could go up the stairs. And then I heard about Reumofan, and it worked almost overnight. It was a miracle drug.
I noticed that the pain was pretty much gone.
Experts say the reason Reumofan works so well is that it contains secret ingredients. Tests by the U.S. Food and Drug Administration have found that Reumofan products can contain 3 powerful medications that aren't listed on its label: a corticosteroid, an anti-inflammatory drug, and a muscle relaxant. The agency has issued repeated warnings since last year that consumers should not take Reumofan because it can cause serious side effects.
They're the types of drugs that are generally only used under the care of a physician in a very controlled environment. They have a very dangerous safety profile.
Steroids make them feel better. And it's hard to tell a patient who's feeling better that they're taking a substance which is potentially dangerous, and they have to get off of it.
The FDA has received dozens of reports about Reumofan users who have suffered adverse events ranging from weight gain to severe bleeding, liver injury, and a dangerous steroid withdrawal syndrome.
I watch all of the commercials of the medicine that's already been approved by the FDA and all of the side effects that it tells you that these medicines can have. If you listen to all of that, you wouldn't take anything.
So who is Rieger Natural? USA Today traveled to Mexico to find out what the company listed on Reumofan's label had to say about the hidden drugs in its supplements. The trip resulted in more questions than answers.
So we've traveled 2 hours by bus from Mexico City to Puebla to the address that was listed in the yellow pages for Rieger Naturals. But there is no laboratory here. There isn't even an address matching the one that was in the yellow pages for the company. At the closest address there's an animal hospital, but the veterinarian inside said he's never heard of Rieger Naturals. We traveled to Guadalajara looking for the laboratory that was listed on a website called RiegerNatural.com. It said that its plant Jalisco was here at about the 15.5-kilometer mark of this roadway. But there is no laboratory here, only a nursery and a large manufacturing plant, but it is not the lab we were looking for.
Natural product shops in Guadalajara, where Reumofan was sold before the Mexican government issued health warnings, aren't sure where the supplements were made.
On the internet, you'd have this distributor who obviously didn't have a telephone number, but you'd have a contact, then you deposit into a certain account. The source I truly don't know. I don't know where the supplier bought it from. They talked about it being from Veracruz. Another story was that it was from Nayarit. However, I never knew where the product came from.
Back in Mexico City, even federal health officials have been unable to find Rieger Natural.
Rieger está en la etiqueta.
Rieger is on the label. Rieger is in the product information, but the address is not the factory, which is a point that we're sharing with the United States because they're trying to locate the factory also.
Mexican health officials have traveled across the country trying to find the people making Reumofan.
Tlajomulco, de Zúñiga en Jalisco, en Iguala Guerrero, también fuimos a Sonora, Aguascalientes, y en el Distrito Federal.
While they've seized boxes of the supplements, so far they've only found distributors or storage facilities, not the lab that is making it. In the Mexican border town of Los Algodones, near Yuma, Arizona, USA Today found Reumofan being sold earlier this year. The purple pills bought there are stamped with the stylized M logo. Some of Deanna Bertrand's pills have the same mark. The logo is the same as one used by a Mexican pharmaceutical company, Marcel Laboratories, which until recently operated a manufacturing plant in Guadalajara and made a medication called Rumoquin. Rumoquin's ingredients are the same 3 medications that FDA officials have found hidden in the supposedly all-natural Reumofan Plus.
After 58 years in business, the family that has run Laboratorios Marcel closed the company late last year and sold its factory in Guadalajara. At the same location, a member of the same family has opened a different pharmaceutical manufacturer under the name Laboratorios Schoen. Marcel officials said their company has nothing to do with Rigor Natural, and they don't know how pills with Marcel's logo got into some bottles of Reumofan.
Did another company stamp the logo on the pills? Or did someone possibly repackage Marcel pills as Reumofan? The FDA has warned that Reumofan pills have been repackaged as a product called WOW. In the United States, the only companies the FDA has taken action against so far are internet distributors. It raises the question, does Rigor Natural even exist?
As an open investigation, there's not much we can really say about who actually was responsible for putting the product into commerce.
Reumofan has become more difficult to find in the U.S. since the FDA began issuing its warnings last year. But consumers are still buying it from a variety of sources and relying on the recommendations of friends and family.
Someone knew someone who was taking it, and they knew that I had a knee problem, and they told me about it. And now I have other friends here in the courthouse who I've told about it, and they're taking it. It just, word of mouth is how it travels.
Medical experts are concerned consumers don't fully understand Reumofan's risks.
There are lots of side effects of corticosteroids: aggravation of diabetes, of hypertension, cataract development, osteoporosis. People really don't want to believe that they're taking a toxic substance. Patients seem to have developed a trust in the non-traditional medical care rather than traditional medical care. And it's one of the battles that we face every day in taking care of patients with regular medicine.
After hearing USA Today's findings that Rigor Natural may not exist, Deanna Bertrand said she's reconsidering whether to continue using Reumofan. Lyman Dye said he may continue to take the risk since he only uses Reumofan occasionally and it gives him such relief.
To learn more about the people and companies behind risky dietary supplements, check out USA Today's Supplement Shell Game series online at supplements.usatoday.com.